Welcome to the story time. Subscribe for more stories. This story comes from r/nosleep by Static Voices It. Every year on my birthday, I receive a birthday card from someone I don't know. I am pretty sure I was 6 the first time I got a birthday card in the mail. I don't remember the exact age. What I do remember is the kitchen table, a bowl of cereal getting soggy in front of me, and my mom walking in with this bright white envelope like she was holding something important. "Look at this," she said. "Somebody sent you mail." When you are a kid, mail feels like a grown-up thing. Bills, appointment reminders, junk coupons. Not for you. So when my mom handed it to me, I felt weirdly proud, like I had just leveled up. My name was on the front, just my first name, no last name, no return address in the corner. "Who's it from?" I asked. "Probably family," she said. "Someone being silly and forgot to write the rest." She said it with a smile, but it was the kind of smile that sticks for a second before it twitches at the edges. I tore it open. It was a generic card, balloons and cake. Inside, in neat blue ink, were 2 words. "Happy birthday." No name, no, "From your cousin, so-and-so." Just that. I remember turning it toward my mom like she had the answer printed on the back. She looked at it for a few seconds, then put it on the counter. "See," she said. "Somebody loves you. Eat your cereal." That should have been the end of it. A weird, harmless kid memory. But the next year, another envelope showed up. Same white, same neat handwriting on the front with just my first name. Same lack of return address. Inside, the words, "Happy birthday." After the 3rd year in a row, my mom stopped calling it cute. I caught her once standing at the kitchen counter with the card open, just staring at it. She ran her thumb over the writing like she was trying to recognize it, then flipped the envelope over like something would magically appear on the back. "Who is it from?" I asked. She jumped like I had snuck up on her. "I told you," she said. "Probably someone in the family. Go get your shoes on. We're going to Nana's." She stopped leaving the cards out after that. They kept coming, though. Every year, same day, same kind of card, same handwriting. When I hit middle school, they started to change. One year, the inside said, "Happy birthday. I hope you get everything you asked for." Okay, not that weird. The next year, it said, "Happy birthday. I hope practice went well. I'm proud of you." That one made my mom go very quiet. This was around the time I had started playing basketball more seriously. I stayed late after school to shoot. We had games. Parents sat in the stands and yelled. That kind of thing. The year after that, the card said, "Happy birthday. Nice job on making the team. You look strong out there." It was the first time anything in there made me feel sick. "How do they know that?" I asked my mom. She tried to brush it off, but her face gave her away. "Maybe your coach," she said, "or one of the other parents. Don't worry about it." She did, though. I heard her on the phone later that night. Not the words, just the tone. Low and tight. The next day, she took the cards to the police station. When she came back, she looked more frustrated than reassured. "They said there's not much they can do," she told me. "There's no threat, no name, nothing they can trace. They said it's probably some relative trying to be cute, or an older kid being weird." "You showed them the part about the team?" I asked. "I did," she said. "They told me if there are any threats, we should come back." The next year, the card was back to simple happy birthday again. Like whoever was writing them had been told to tone it down, or decided on their own to pull back a little. We moved when I was 13. My mom got a better job in another town. New house, new school, new everything. I remember standing in the driveway the week we moved in, looking at the mailbox with its fresh numbers and thinking, they don't know where I live now. I turned 14 a few months later. On the morning of my birthday, there was an envelope in the mail. Same white, same neat handwriting with just my first name. I stared at it for a long time before looking over to my mom. Maybe they forwarded it from the old place, she said, but we both knew that didn't make sense. Inside the card it said, "Happy birthday. New house, same you." That night my mom installed extra locks on the doors. After that, the cards went quiet again. Still every year. Still on the exact day. Still the same handwriting. But the messages went back to simple. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. Hope you feel special. After a while, I got used to it. It became a thing that just happened. Like getting older. Like the seasons changing. Once a year, a reminder would show up that somebody out there knew where I lived and how old I was. And then life would keep moving. I moved out just after college into a crappy 2-bedroom house with thin walls and a door that stuck when it rained. It was the first place that was fully mine. Old couch, secondhand TV, bed frame I built myself and nearly broke in the process. Every year, a card still came. Somehow, some way, they knew my address every time. We were at a loss. When I was 23, I met my girlfriend. Her name isn't important here. She works a regular 9 to 5. She remembers birthdays, brings snacks to movie nights, gets emotionally invested in TV shows. Normal person stuff. One day, while I was leaving work, my girlfriend called me. I had given her a key, but she left it back at her parents' house. I told her I kept one spare key under the welcome mat. I know. Everyone tells you not to do that. I did it anyway. I was forgetful. I locked myself out once and had to call a locksmith. After that, the key went under the mat. Easy fix. We were getting closer, and her moving in was just a matter of time. We had been together almost a year before I told her about the cards. It came up because my birthday was coming up again, and I made some offhand joke about my mystery card arriving on schedule. She asked what I meant. I tried to keep it casual. "Oh, it's just a thing," I said. "I've been getting these random birthday cards since I was a kid. No name, no return address. Same handwriting every year." I expected her to laugh, or at least be curious. Instead, she went completely still. "How many years?" she asked. "Since I was like 6, I said. "So, a lot." "And you don't know who sends them?" "Nope. And they always find you, even when you moved?" "Yeah," I shrugged. "It's weird, I know. My mom went to the cops once, but they said it wasn't a big deal." "It is a big deal," she said. "That's not normal. That's stalking. That's someone keeping tabs on you." I told her she was overreacting. It wasn't like there were threats. No, "I'm going to kill you" messages. No dead animals on the porch. Just birthday wishes. "What do they write?" she asked. "Most of the time, just happy birthday," I said. Sometimes something like, "Hope you have a great day." That kind of thing. She stared at me like I had 3 heads. "We should go to the police," she said. "They won't do anything," I told her. "They didn't when my mom went. There's nothing to go on." She let it go for the moment, but I could tell she didn't like it. A few days later, she sent me a link to a doorbell camera and said, "I'll split it with you." I ordered it. It felt like an easy compromise. The camera came. I set it up. For a few months, it was just a nice way to see when packages arrived. I got used to checking it when I was at work, watching delivery drivers drop things off and neighbors walk their dogs. My birthday this year falls on a weekday. About a week before it, stuff started showing up. The first one was my favorite takeout. The place around the corner that does those big greasy burgers I always say I need to stop eating. The driver calls me from outside and says, "I'm outside with your online order," and I almost tell him he has the wrong number. I open the door, bag in hand, receipt stapled to the top. No name in the from spot, just my address. paid online. I assume it is her. I text my girlfriend a picture of the bag. You really trying to clog my arteries before my birthday? She replies a minute later. What are you talking about? The burger is still warm. Fries perfect. Grease soaking through the paper in the exact way I like. I read the receipt again. No name, no little message line. You didn't send this? I type. No? Is this a bit, or did someone send you food? I sit there for a second, thumb hovering over the screen. I tell her it must have been a delivery mix-up, or my mom or something. She sends a laughing emoji and tells me to enjoy it before they realize, and take it back. 2 days later, a small box shows up, brown cardboard. No logo. My name and address printed on a label. Inside is a small stuffed dog. Stupid looking, generic. The kind you win at a carnival game. It reminds me of the way she always points out stuffed animals in stores and tries to convince me we need one more pillow on the bed. I assume this one is her too. This time I call. Okay, so now you're just leaning into it, I say when she picks up. Into what? She asks. The stuffed dog, I say. Trying to build up to something cute for my birthday. She laughs, confused. Babe, I didn't send you anything, she says. I've been at work all day. I tell her about the box, the dog, how it feels like something she would send. She goes quiet. Did it come from a company? She asks. Like Amazon? Or was it just a plain box? Plain, I say. No name, no gift receipt. Maybe somebody sent it and didn't put their name on it, she says. Maybe your mom? I know my mom's handwriting. I know her taste in cards. This doesn't feel like her. I tell myself it is still nothing. People get spam deliveries sometimes. Companies sometimes send little birthday gifts. Addresses get crossed. I throw the dog on the couch. Life keeps going. The next day, flowers. I come home from work, and there's this bright bouquet sitting on the doorstep. The kind that looks expensive, arranged in a glass vase with a big bow. The little plastic envelope holds a white card. I open it and read 4 words. It's here, can't wait. There is no name. I text my girlfriend a picture. Okay, now I know this is you. She sends back 3 messages in a row. It's not, I swear. You need to call someone. My chest tightens. I stand there in the doorway staring at the flowers for a long time, the vase sweating onto my welcome mat. I call my mom. I tell her about the food, the stuffed dog, the flowers. She is quiet for a long beat and then says, Save everything. Take pictures. Keep the receipts. This is too much. My girlfriend keeps texting. Call the police, please. A few minutes later, another package arrives. Smaller box, light. Inside is one of the old birthday cards. Not an exact one I recognize. Just the same kind. Balloons, cake, glossy print. Inside, in that same neat blue ink, are 3 words. Counting down now. I stare at the handwriting until my eyes blur. My girlfriend texts me again. This isn't a fun story anymore, she says. This is serious. I'm scared for you. The next package comes later that night, just around dinner time. I almost don't open the door when the bell rings. I watch through the camera instead. I see the delivery driver set a box down, take a picture, walk away. Plain brown cardboard. No logo. No return address. Just my name and my address. Printed neatly. My hands are shaking when I open it. Inside is my spare key. The one from under the mat. Nothing else is in the box at first glance. Just the key sitting in the middle. There is a note taped to the underside of the lid. Same neat handwriting. Same blue ink. I don't need this anymore. Happy birthday week. I check under the mat, even though I already know what I'm going to find. Nothing. My throat goes dry. The air in my house feels wrong. Like I'm standing somewhere I shouldn't be. Like I walked into my own place and found someone else's furniture already there. I back out of the doorway and lock the deadbolt. For the first time in my life, it doesn't make me feel better. I call 911. I tell the dispatcher everything in a rush. The cards, the gifts, the notes, the key. I keep expecting her to interrupt me and say, "This is fine, this is normal, I'm being dramatic." She doesn't. "Do you feel safe in the residence right now?" she asks. "No," I say. My voice cracks. Someone had my key. They've been leaving stuff every day. They know where I live. They've known since I was a kid. "Okay," she says. "I need you to leave the residence and come down to the station. Bring the key and any notes you have. We can take a report and start a file." "Shouldn't somebody come here?" I ask. "If there is no one currently attempting to enter the residence and no immediate threat, the best thing is to come in person," she says. "Do you have transportation?" I tell her I do. She tells me again to leave. "Do not stay in the apartment. Bring the key. Bring the notes." I hang up and grab my wallet, my phone, the little evidence bag of cards and slips I have piled on the table. I hesitate, then call my girlfriend. She answers on the second ring. "Hey," she says. "Are you okay?" "No," I say. "Listen, you're at work, right?" "Yeah, why?" "I need you to do something for me," I say. "When you get off, go straight to your parents' place. Do not go to my apartment. Do not meet me here. I'll call you from the station." "What happened?" she asks. Her voice gets thin. "I'll explain later," I say. "Please, just go to your parents' house. Stay there tonight." She is quiet for a second. "Okay," she says. "Call me as soon as you can." I lock the door behind me, even though I know there is no point. Whatever is happening has already made it inside at least once. Maybe more. I walk down the stairs with the key in my pocket, feeling like I am the one who has broken into someone else's life. Right now, I am sitting in the lobby of the police station. Everything is too bright. The chairs are plastic and hard. A TV in the corner plays some daytime talk show with the volume all the way down. There is a kid with his mom filling out a lost property form. A guy arguing at the front desk about getting his car out of impound. I am holding a clear plastic bag with a key and a stack of folded cards inside. My name has not been called yet. I have been here long enough that my leg won't stop bouncing. My phone buzzes. For a second, I think it is my girlfriend. Or my mom. It is a notification from my video doorbell. "Motion detected at your front door." My heart drops into my stomach. For a second, all I can think is, she didn't listen. She went to the house anyway. I fumble with the phone, nearly drop it, catch it between my hands. I tap the notification with my thumb, and the live feed pops up. It is not her. A man is standing on my front step with his back to the camera. He is big, not just tall, but wide, heavy shoulders stretching the fabric of a dark jacket. Hood up, hands at his sides. He stands so still that at first I think the feed has frozen. Then I hear him breathing. It comes through the little speaker. Slow, steady breaths. In, out, like he is calming himself down. He is angled perfectly so that the doorbell camera cannot see his face. Just the side of his jaw in the porch light, the curve of his ear, the back of his head. He does not knock right away. He just stands there. "You are being quiet today," he says finally. His voice is calm, softer than I expect. A little higher, too, not some monster movie growl. Just a regular man's voice with something cold behind it. "I know you're there," he says. "You shouldn't keep me waiting." I grip the phone so hard my fingers hurt. I look up at the front desk, but nobody is looking at me. Nobody knows that on my screen, a man is standing outside my front door, talking to an empty house like I am in there listening. "You know what today is?" he says. "My favorite day." He lets that hang there. "Your birthday," he says. He lifts one hand. It is big enough to cover most of the doorbell housing as it moves past. The cuff of his jacket rides up, showing a wrist with pale skin and dark hair. He knocks. 3 times. Each knock is slow and heavy, echoing through the tiny speaker. Knock. 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 I feel it in my chest like he is hitting me instead of the door. "Come on," he says, a little more excited now. "You're being rude." He knocks again, harder this time. "Open the door," he says. "It's time to celebrate." I stare at the screen. People move around me in the station. A printer whirs. Someone laughs at something the clerk says. None of them can hear the man at my door. "Open the door," he screams suddenly. The calm is gone. His voice cracks with something like joy. "It's time to celebrate." He pounds his fist against the door. The camera shakes. The porch light flickers. He stays facing the door. He never turns around. He doesn't need to see me. In his mind, he already does. Nobody has called my name yet. He hits the door again, and again, and again. He is still knocking. He is still waiting for me, waiting.